Why, Savannah? Why? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. But I can't find anything. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but yeah, maybe. Still, we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief. Well, I mean to an extent, of course. And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is... I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was... Yes, with his good friend and co-founder of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli. The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed as a culinary genius, he was admired and adored by all. But, unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks every turn, and with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had people started gossiping about Savelli, and everything came to an abrupt end when and that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor one rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy. Unlikely, it's a popular theory, but still, beyond a point, there's no way of knowing what truly happened in the past. All we can do is... And that's why I have to win this contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a... You're right about that. Just follow my lead and...
Something on your... It's Cooking Contest Day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest!
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hotel de Boer and to this most exciting of cooking contests!
Savannah, I've brought the original copy of the Codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges...
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hotel de Boer cooking contest commence!
Monica, Traveler, even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Alphonse! Gaspar! Get to work! Do not disappoint me!
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quickly heating up.
dash of frosting! Huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah! That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, traveler!
A little amuse-bouche! Yeah! Stay...
So, what do you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe.
The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough!
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
Up to the freezer! Huh. Ha. What are you doing, Escoffier? Your team's waiting on you.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg. The pinnacle of excellence! I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is who.
We both made the same dish after all.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10, only because...
Huh? Really?
All right, on to gâteau number 2.
I have a feeling that...
How exciting!
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too.
It appears the decision is unanimous.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Something's not right here.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau...
What? It's... Savannah?
No! That's in...
Hey, Savannah! What did you do?
Well, someone's a sore loser. It was Vanishem's style. Isn't it more like...
You take the...
Judges, we demand... That's enough! As head chef, or Savannah, I didn't... If you want the codex... Scarfier, but you must
It's a little late to be negotiating.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but only on the condition that you...
Fine. So, will that be all, ex-head chef?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss. Just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But
I know what I'm doing.
all right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
Escoffier?
The Codex de Boer.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this?
Yeah!
It's all right. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean...
No.
Huh?
That's it? No secrets. No nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
It's nothing life-threatening.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on...
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes.
Why?
Our best guess is... she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is. Even so.
Yeah! And it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
Huh, about that.
Leone and Algalia were the ones...
Not to worry. Come on. Watch out!
Well, how...
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate.
Is it really...
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the ice, or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. Whatever's going on,
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one.
Food safety? Wait.
I think so. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as...
This is crazy!
I know, it's terrible. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
seriously? All the... Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. So you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that.
You mean...
Oh, well, I'm not saying you should tell Vanajem to mark down your performance.
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah.
I have...
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left.
Now that you mention it. But the difference was so small.
Still, as head chef, so many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over.
Yeah, thinking back on it now. It's clear that Savannah...
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier, but after countless... And at some point along the way...
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine. The only one privy to...
Oh, for goodness sake.
Of course. Then seeing how utterly wrong she was...
There's still one thing. She might not be on the same level as Escoffier.
You'd think so.
New head chef, you say? I wonder, can the...
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it... Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone...
All this time.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Let's give her the day to calm down.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
That was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose? Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the... But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, I guess what I'm saying is, cooking is a science, not magic. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life.
Why are we here so early? Our meeting with Vanajem isn't for a while. Check on her? Why? Oh no. Escoffier, are you...
I'm fine. Huh? What happened to my coffee? Did I really drink it all? All right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, there's cooking facilities here, or we could just grab a cup of coffee from Cafe Lutece, but either way, hurry!
Coffee. Strong, bitter coffee beans. I feel much better now. Thank you so much, Traveler and Paimon.
Glad to hear it, but make sure to catch up in your sleep when you get the chance.
I think I figured out where the problem lies.
Wait,
I'll save it for when everyone else gets here.
Escoffier! Have you seen Savannah?
Huh?
After seeing her home yesterday, we were all at only to find it. I left Alphonse and the others to keep watch at her home, while if she's not here...
Boss, Escoffier...
Alphonse? You're supposed to be keeping...
We were, but then...
Oh.
Of course, from the Codex. Yeah, but I don't
The Codex de Bord? That...
Seriously? So...
Ugh, idiot.
Hold on. There's...
It was you. It sounds like a threat letter.
Retrieve the so the cooking contest...
She's keeping the truth.
Ugh, this is... First, we thought that Savannah forced Monica to cheat in the cooking contest.
You're finally... Of course. I should have put two and two together as soon as I read your threat letter. Even the suggestion that Escoffier was keeping secrets from me. It was all part of your grand plan, wasn't it?
We should be getting close to the spot marked on the map.
Of all the stupid things she's done, this really takes the cake. The moment we find her, I'm gonna curse the living daylights out of her.
Whoa, this place looks like an underwater restaurant, doesn't it?
I think Modeste's Codex mentioned this place.
Huh? Some blubber beasts have come to join the party? Aw, they ran off!
That could be easier said than done. Something's blocking the entrance.
We prepared a banquet for our shy little guests, and as the food flowed away on the current, they broke into a joyous chorus.
We have to feed the blubber beasts? See, this is why you should always bring snacks. You never
There's no time for that. Romaric?
Wait.
A little of this boost!
Blubber beasts or not, are we sure?
Trust me, they'll...
Oh, good question. If we tried...
Yes, we can't afford to wait for them.
Hey, be careful! Scare them off too much and they might not come back again. Wow, it's really singing! It must taste better than Paimon thought!
The tracks turned back again. Oh, so annoying. Open! Off to the freezer!
Hey, give me your water.
Here.
I said your water, the one.
Sure.
All those years slaving away under Escoffier, and then not only have I found the ruin that Savelli kept hidden, but I... Hey, go scout ahead for me. Did you not hear me?
Why don't you do it yourself?
Oh, when did you learn to fight back? You're always so compliant when I give you instructions by letter.
That's because you threatened to expose me for the Lumiline incident. I swear.
Don't be so self-righteous. You were terrified of her finding out about your part in the Lumiline incident, and you resented the way her reputation hung over you. So you jumped at the chance to convince yourself that she was the villain. That first idolization, then jealousy, suspicion, and self-deception. That's what this comes down to. It was the same story with Savelli and my ancestor. He offered Modeste his friendship, only to murder him out of van. He promised to explore the world with him, only to later destroy all records of their adventures. It's a miracle I even found this place. So you see, you're no better than Savelli.
I am no Savelli, nor will...
Oh, put a lid on it. You didn't show any remorse when she left, or in the cooking contest.
What? You're right.
Ooh, feisty. But
I somehow doubt...
What?
Ever since I learned the truth. I've been biding my time, waiting for this moment. You've played me like a fiddle for so long, and now this is payback!
But you drank it too.
It's what we both deserve. This is the price we must pay for betraying Escoffier. You'll die here with me, Monica!
You. I saw your dumb plan a mile.
No.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, you know? You're a lousy chef, and
everything I ever did was a failure. And now...
Hey, why don't you try your hand at being a comedian in your next life? You got a good laugh out of me. You should have just done like I asked, Savannah. All I wanted you to do was scout the ruins for me.
Stop right there!
Let her go, Monica! We've got—
Escoffier?
Ugh, looks like I'll have to keep you around for a little long.
You can't!
Stay back if you want her! Escoffier and the Traveler. I can't take you both on in combat, but if you so much as flinch, I can end Savannah's life in a heartbeat.
Monica, what are you hoping to achieve by this?
A recipe! You chefs are all blinded by your myopic focus on kitchen affairs. Well, Modeste had a secret. The truth behind his so-called genius, the je ne sais quoi factor in his gâteau de bourg, and...
Are you serious?
He and Savelli were fools. A priceless treasure of Remoria in the palms of their hands, and we're talking about a powerful stimulant that also sharpens the senses. That's right, I've done my research. It was a drug that Remoria developed for their war machine. I could make a killing by selling it to the treasure hoarders or the...
Will you listen to yourself?
My eyes are wide open. Just wait till I get my hands on this treasure. You'll...
Wait, what's that sound?
Just when I thought she couldn't get any crazier. She's lucky the...
Uh-oh, Savannah's gone too!
Monica must have taken her. Oh, what a coward. She's...
That's true. Even...
Oh, well, our path's been blocked, so let's look for another route. water looks pretty deep here. Maybe it leads somewhere. Probably awakened by the explosion just now. Alright, Night Skills 101. Time for some rough chopping. Off to the freezer!
Everyone hold hands!
There is insolent.
Another door? Guess we need to prepare another feast for our guests. A dash of frosting! Off to the freezer! It seems to really like the texture of Rome maritime flowers. work. Show no mercy.
I see everything.
Shine down.
I never knew you could process Lumitwol like that. All right, I've got to jot this down. Lumitwols and maritime flowers. This could open the door to a whole new world.
Yep, that's literally the plan. Wait, hold on. Which door are you talking about?
That's strange. These don't look Romorian to me. More like last century Fontaine.
Adventurers from last century Fontaine, huh?
By the looks of it, this was a one-person camp. They adventured together, but maybe one of them came back alone at a later... you really think?
Trust our adventurer's instincts. Okay, well, the Traveler has more adventuring experience overall, but Paimon's definitely a pro... Darn it! Paimon was just about to show...
Huh, no kidding. Are all adventurers so obsessed with journaling? I mean, I guess I take a lot of notes when I'm cooking.
Anyway, let's find out who was here.
It's been years since I've last visited these ruins. It's exactly the way I remember it. This place probably hasn't changed in millennia. Sadly, up above, on dry land, the treasure of Remoria. That's what we used to call it. Our limited stock of the substance meant that the gâteau could only be produced on a small scale. He was praised as a genius, while I, as the one, Modeste tried his best to console me. But our conversations grew scarce, and we saw less and less of each other. I didn't fight it. He had new friends and a career of his own. I told myself that maybe one day, when I've put these feelings of self-loathing behind me, unfortunately, that day will never come.
So it was Savelli.
I always thought it was just a legend.
In that case, what does that say about the death of Modeste?
The taste of Gâteau de Bourg has changed. Modeste was convinced of this. Being the perfectionist that he was, but as he baked and tasted, it was only when he was sipping on coffee one day and realized he could not taste the bitterness. The treasure of Remoria stimulates the senses. In hindsight, it made perfect sense. After all, why would, over the course of his many culinary experiments, Modeste exhausted the remaining supply of the treasure. The finest culinary talent of his generation now faced a future in which he would never be able to taste anything. And because we had become estranged, I could not be there to stop him. Yet despite everything...
The treasure of Remoria? Guess Monica was really onto something. It really was a kind of drug.
So, Modeste chose to end his own life. Also, neither the Codex nor any other contemporary records...
Modeste told me everything in his final letter. His was a tale of how even a genius could fail. Did he hope I would gain some personal catharsis from knowing the truth? But if the public ever learned how Modeste's greatest triumph became his undoing, his fall for... What would be his legacy then? How would future generations view everything we built together? I fear the scorn I have faced these last years would pale in comparison to the I cannot let that. I will do what I must to protect his name. It may lead his family to suspect me of having a hand in his I would rather the world believe a tale of genius and jealousy. The final loose end is the evidence here, at the bottom of the sea.
Huh? What's wrong? Didn't we say Savannah should be safe for now?
So we thought, but if Monica finds out what happened to the treasure...
The treasure of Remoria. I have found you at last. Savelli, you tried your best to bury the truth, but you... But I have to thank you too, Savannah. But now, finally, the secret to Remoria's military might is within my grasp. The treasure of Remoria is... Oh, it's... empty. It's...
Monica? Oh, we were second...
Escoffier?
Savelli's final act! He wanted to... So he came here after his friend's death and destroyed every last shred that remained.
This can't be happening. All that for an empty jar?
Monica, don't do anything stupid.
Oh, shut your pie hole!
Praise be to Lord Remus. You barbarian shop.
She's a nutcase! A liability to herself and everyone else. Well, now it's up to us to clean up the mess she's made. Take these golems out! To oblivion! A dash of frost! Fulfill our...
Why is this place still shaking? Either way, it's all her. Enough chit-chat.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, no you don't. If I can't get what I want, neither will any of you. I've got nothing to show for my life's work so far. But if I can take another so-called genius down with me in my final moment, then it was all worth it.
You're a psycho!
I may be a lousy chef, but it looks like I'm not a complete waste of space.
Escoffier! Savannah!
Traveler!
Venegem!
What did you expect us to do? Stay.
We had to do something.
It was my fault. Escoffier had to leave. Come back, Escoffier.
Okay, so everything I said to you the day I left?
Huh?
Forget it. It doesn't matter. If you were that bad, why would all your staff show up here for you?
Escoffier's right. Sure, you nitpick our work and get us to do things over a lot.
Things were pretty rough after Escoffier left, and Savannah's the only reason we've been able to make it through.
Our customers know that Escoffier doesn't work for us anymore. At the end of the day, we're all human, and we...
No,
Well, about that...
It's been a while, Chef Savannah.
Firmal? I'm so sorry, but...
Actually...
Huh?
We thought Firmin's problem was purely psychological in nature. And as it turns out...
No way!
It can. A small dose...
No.
I asked my friends at the Fontaine Research Institute about it. They said that with the low dose I was taking, the risk... Well, that's what happens when you give someone a little bit...
There's... more.
You mean...
Oh, so that's why Savannah's been so irritable this whole time.
Let's not be too quick to blame everything on the Lumen. So you better make sure you reflect on your behavior.
I will. I'm sorry. There's still one... Is it just...
It's because the heating element in your oven is broken, you silly goose.
What?
I felt like something was off during the cooking contest. Once I got around to checking all the equipment, I noticed it right away. All the ovens in the whole kitchen had the same problem. I would have figured it out the day of the bake-off, since the issue affected both our teams. But of course, Monica sabotaged mine so that could never happen.
No, I spent so... It all comes...
Oh, cut it out! Do you know how long I spent perfecting my Gâteau de Bois? 3 years. And you've been head chef now for what? 6? You clearly have no idea how many... Genius or not, everyone makes mistakes. You're only a lousy chef if you don't face up to your mistakes. Learn? Surely you haven't forgotten all that.
That's our head chef.
Haha!
Aw, what a perfect ending to it.
So you got your mojo back now?
Yeah.
Aw, friends again. So nice to see them finally settle their beef.
Good. So now that's out of the way. It's time for payback. You cheated in our last bake-off, and I demand a rematch right now.
But that was mostly Monica's fault, wasn't it?
Right. And also, does it have to be right now?
No excuses. So grab your spatula and get ready, because this rematch is happening today.
Hey, so, this whole time you were salty about losing?
The second cooking contest commences now!
This time, no more games, and no holding back!
I feel like I don't have the right to be here.
Hey, what are you so afraid of? You can't unbake it now. And if you don't serve it, then good or bad, you'll never find out how to improve. If you're too scared to fail, you'll never know what real success tastes like. So?
Embrace your failure. Taste it. Digest it. That's the way to success.
I don't know. Sounds like it's easier said than done.
I'll do it.
The results are in! A landslide victory for Escoffier!
Quite rightly, too.
Oh yeah, look at that!
Now, where were we? I thought Navia would have filled you in. I had 2 reasons for leaving. One was the food safety incident, of course, but the other was that the Hotel de Bois had reached a point where it didn't need me anymore. So I decided to step down and look for new opportunities to improve myself.
Improve how?
Well, a while back, I got to know a fellow chef from Liyue, and in her, I saw so many new possibilities. She has that same adventurous spirit that Modeste and Sibeli had in their youth. Slime mucus, lizard tails. With her, nothing's off the table. There's a whole world of new flavors out there waiting to be explored. Case in point, remember those Romaritime flowers down in the ruins?
What?
Half of the art of cooking is dissecting the recipes of previous chefs. And the other half, it lies in freeing yourself from the confines of the kitchen. You've got to go out and explore the endless possibilities out there.
Uh-oh. Paimon's suddenly not sure she wants to try your cooking anymore.
Don't worry, it's not. In the meantime, take this. It's a recipe for petit gâteau de bourg revised.
All right!
Oh, of course. I've already promised Vanisham that I'll come back every once in a while to make sure the quality of the food remains at an acceptable level.
Surely Monica wouldn't have gotten drawn in so deeply if it wasn't for all the mystery surrounding the original Gâteau de Bourg. She practically dedicated her life to finding the lost pieces of...
Since you mentioned the treasure, between Modest's writings and what we saw in those ruins, the so-called Treasure of Remoria was most likely a substance that the Remorians extracted from Lumitoiles.
Huh? So...
Don't forget, it was a very different era. And as for the Lumiline, it may well have been somewhat valuable in ancient times, even if Savelli hadn't destroyed it all.
So after all that, feels strange to say it, but Paimon almost feels sorry for Monica.
Hey! Huh? You just got back from that underwater room. Did you see anything like this? Experts say it has immense artistic and historical value.
Wait!
If only...